I really hope this is still relevant when I post it. What's up everybody, Johnny Bell here, back again with another video. This time we're talking about some tips and tricks for Pokemon Unite. Now I know the game has been out on the Nintendo Switch for the past couple months, but as of the date of this posting, it just came to mobile devices, and I thought there would be a lot of people out there looking for some tips and tricks on how to not get completely steamrolled by the Nintendo Switch players that have been playing for months. Now, I'm not a famous PokeTuber, but I did get to Master Rank in Season 1 of Pokemon Unite, so I have played my fair share of this game, and I believe these tips would help anybody improve their game. Now, bear in mind, this is recorded before the mobile version even releases, so some of this might change, some of the stuff might not even be in the game again. I'm hoping that's not true, but if it is, I'm sorry, I'll make more tips and tricks videos. Also, this will not go into the very basics of the game. This is really just going to help you get better, improve your current playstyle. There are other videos out there that will teach you the complete basics, terminology, and everything like that. I will not go into that in this video. So if you want more tips and tricks like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below what your best tip is if you've been playing on the Nintendo Switch. But let's get into it. Now this first one might feel like common sense, but I wanted to mention it anyway, and that is to choose a Pokemon that you enjoy using. Now this might not be the starter that you choose, it might not be some of the free Pokemon that they give you right off the bat, it could be a Pokemon that you get 10-15 hours down the line, but I encourage you to experiment with the various Pokemon, with the various roles, with the various attacks, items. Just experiment to figure out what works best for you. Now, I don't want to give specific tips for specific Pokemon because honestly, I haven't played that many. I focused mostly on Slowbro and Lucario, and it took me a while to get to those Pokemon. I played Charmander for the first 5-10 hours, and then I got put on to Slowbro, which is a more defensive character, and I actually really enjoyed using that character, so I played Slowbro for about 75 matches, which is honestly a pretty long time, and then I decided that I wanted to move on to an all-rounder, and I used Lucario to get me pretty much all the way through Masters. But I don't want to suggest any particular Pokemon because I haven't played them all. There are so many different builds, there's so many different play styles. You have to figure out what works best for you and just keep playing, You'll get better. Just spend time and effort learning that Pokemon. You'll get better. Now, once you decide on the Pokemon or multiple Pokemon that you want to use, you want to figure out the best way to utilize them. And I suggest looking up some builds. There are a ton of videos on YouTube about this. You could also Google the Pokemon's name, Pokemon Unite, and build, and you will receive a ton of resources showing the most common builds with those Pokemon. Now, this is important because these builds include battle items or held items, and these items get upgraded with resources in the game, and you don't want to waste resources on items that you will never use. It takes forever to level up these items. This is the largest controversy in the game with the pay-to-win aspect. So if you don't want to spend money on this game, make sure you do your research and check what items work the best. It will also show you what attacks to use in battle. But the most important part is to not level up items that you will not use. Now let's talk about some actual gameplay tips. This one I feel like such a silly goose for not knowing that it existed for the longest time. Probably not until I got to like veteran rank, and I just feel silly for not utilizing it sooner. And that is, do not be afraid to go back to base. The base is the most efficient way of recovering health. So there is an input, I'm not sure what it is on mobile, it's probably just a touch, that will directly transfer you back to base, and that is the quickest way of recovering health. So if you're in a hard fought battle with an opponent and you're at super low health, even if they're pushing, I would recommend transporting back to base. It takes a few seconds, it only takes a few seconds to get back to the goal. It's just more efficient than trying to run around in circle, and it does prevent you from getting knocked out at a crucial moment. So do not be afraid to go back to base. in these next few tips, I will talk about how the goals aren't even that important until endgame. Now, this one's going on my grave. Always push Dreadnaught. Dreadnaught is the second most important objective, second only to Zapdos, and you should do everything in your power, no matter what, to go down to Dreadnaught and take that objective. Dreadnaught not only grants XP to the whole team, but it also grants shields for a limited period of time, so that would give you some time to take a goal. I don't care if the whole team, the whole opposing team is up top on the top lane. You want to shift down to Dreadnaught. Let them take Rotom if they want to. One goal is not going to matter. If you are a level or two above your opponents at endgame, you will be able to team wipe before they can even take that dreaded Zapdos. So always push Dreadnaught. This is the one thing that grinding through ranked has taught me that people do not understand. You always push Dreadnaught no matter what. For all that is holy, always push Dreadnaught. There's actually a tip out there that I think is a good idea, and that is to take top lane, because then you're guaranteed at least one person coming down to Dreadnaught. Hopefully your whole team follows suit. If you lose 2 Dreadnaughts, it's pretty much game over. You're going to get team wiped at the end. They'll take Zapdos, and you're just going to get walloped. So for the love of God and all that is holy, get Dreadnaught no matter what. There is a caveat, though. It does nerf your damage against Zapdos for, I believe, 90 seconds. So Zapdos comes in at 2 minutes. Just make sure you take the Dreadnaught before 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and you'll be golden. So this last tip, I hope it changes, and I hope it's not the case in the near future, but I think it will be, and it's concerning Zapdos. My tip is never surrender before Zapdos is taken. Now, Zapdos is the most important objective in the game, but also the most infuriating objective in the game. It grants instant scoring and 50 points to the team that takes it, and when Zapdos comes in, scoring is at double points, so you could score 100 points multiple times in rapid succession, which could really swing the game. Now, if you're losing by a lot, say you haven't scored anything throughout the whole match and you get Zapdos, you could come back and win. I've seen so many people try to surrender after maybe they got 2 or 3 goals taken, or Dreadnaught is taken twice. Do not surrender until Zapdos is taken. I actually did not learn how to surrender in this game just out of principle, because I will never surrender, especially before Zapdos is taken. So those are 5 pretty simple tips and tricks to help you get better at the game, help you get that win-loss ratio up. It's not that hard to win. It's not that hard to get better. I hope this helped. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, leave a comment down below if you want to see more tips and tricks. I may do specific builds for Pokemon that I've actually used and have had success with. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all next time.